Hello to all my lively ladies, and you're very welcome to today's 30-minute total body strength workout using just one dumbbell. Okay, so you're ready for this one. So if you have a dumbbell lying around gathering dust, pull it out today now and we'll see what we can, you'll be amazed what you can do with just one dumbbell. All right, now some of the exercises, you might have like, I know a pair of dumbbells that you use all the time, like they come out for every single workout, but there's always that kettlebell or dumbbell lying in the corner that never seems to see the light of day. So you might be able to use it today with some of these exercises, so have it handy. Right, let's get ourselves warmed up. Just crisscrossing in front now, just working my way up and down, toe tapping out in front. That's it. So let me tell you a little bit about today. We've 12 exercises. We're going to have a short break just to give the grip strength a little rest, or you may need just a rest in general. And then we'll come back and we'll repeat those exercises again. I am going to do a box squat or a chair squat. So if you have your chair handy, grab that. You might feel like, no, I'm going to just do a regular squat where I just go up and down myself. That's fine. You can do that if you want to. We are going to do single arm row, and most people do need something. Keep going there with your warm up. They do need something just to rest the arm on. So again, a chair, a door, kitchen table is handy for that, a kitchen counter. All right, let's reach over the head. Now, if you can't go above the head, stay down here in front of your tummy. Good. Just getting those shoulders nice and warm. Reach up. This is a nice full body workout today, hitting all those major muscle groups to keep them strong. That's it. And bring in some stamina as well into the body. So strength training is really important. It's important for all age groups, but particularly when you get up to your late 40s, 50s, your estrogen is starting to fall, then your bone health can be affected. So always remembering to eat foods that are rich in calcium. You need vitamin D because vitamin D helps to absorb calcium. And I don't know where you live in the world, but if you don't live in a sunny climate like here, we see a lot of grey skies. It's important to take a vitamin D supplement. It is just one thing I do take. I don't take very many supplements. In fact, that's the only one I take, vitamin D. Good, now let's rest those hands. Change up the legs here. Now take it into step touch. Good. And you can just bring up the pace if you like, just to bring that heart rate up. Great. But as well, like combining good eating habits with strength training helps to keep the bones dense. Okay, so if you like to go out walking or even running, that really helps keep the bones in the lower half healthy. But for the upper half, we really have to go with the weights, okay, to try and keep that density in the bones. Good, now let's curl the legs and drive the elbows back. Good, now squeeze those shoulder blades. Well done. Should be feeling some work now starting in between the shoulder blades there. Those traps and rhomboids waking up for us. And I'm feeling the hamstrings here. Good, kick that heel up towards your bottom. Now let's change up the arm position, because any slight change in angle there really helps to hit the back muscles in a different way. So the palms are facing down now. Great. Taking in that air as always. Don't forget, I know a lot of people hold their breaths when they are concentrating on their moves. Good, let's do 4, 3, 2. Now hold your position here and circle the arm, and then the other one. Big circle for me. That's it. Draw a huge circle each side of the room. And again, if you're not able for this or your mobility is limited, just bring your circles down a little bit lower. And if you even have trouble with that, bring your hands out to the front and do your wash the windows for me. That's it. And go the other way as well. Okay, let's go back to this big one. Oh, feels so lovely to stretch out the shoulders and the front of the chest there, the upper chest. Good, let's go the other way now. Keep your head up now. Don't look at the floor. Keep looking forward. Keep the feet moving to keep the heart rate up somewhat. That's it. Great. And let's do 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Now little mini squat thrusters. Good. Reach and reach. Good. Use the breath. As always, when you are lifting your hands or your arms above the head, now again, for anyone who can't, just do little moves here. Okay, or you can even take it into a chest press. But the breath out, breathing out, really helps to lift weight above your head. So it's a nice tip there, and it also keeps your back safe. So you fill up your tummy with air, breathe it in, hold it, breathe it out. Okay, you're building up that pressure in your abdominal cavity, and that protects your lower back. 2 more. And last one. Okay, let's get started. Now the first exercise, 1 dumbbell, remember, okay, is a chest press. So I'll show you from the side, we're just pushing out, drawing back in, pushing out, drawing back in, okay? So it's a 1-armed chest press. Let's get going with that. Now, what are we doing today? Yeah, 10:50. So it's a little bit longer than I normally do with the strength. If it's too much for you, just reduce the work time. Take 10 seconds off it. Okay, let's get ready to go now. Okay, you can take 10 seconds off, work for 40 and rest for 20 if you need to do that. So pushing out. Now what's going to be challenging here, particularly if you've gone with a heavier dumbbell, is keeping those arms suspended in the air. Out, draw back, that's it. Pull those elbows back, push out, draw back. Now we have our chair single arm row coming next. Okay, so every exercise here is very doable. Good, push away, pull back. Now you should be feeling some work going on in those muscles that we just stretched with our big arm circles. That upper chest in particular. Might get 1 more. There you go. Now let me just show you single arm row in case you haven't done it before, you haven't seen it. So it's a very exaggerated stance. Draw the weight up towards your rib cage. Now you need to keep your elbow tucked into your side there, your ribs, and slowly lower to the ground. Now you've got 50 seconds. Let's take our time. We're not looking for cardiovascular work today. You may get your heart rate up a little bit with 1 or 2 of them, but generally speaking, this is pure strength. That's it. Keep your neck relaxed and draw that weight down towards the floor. Long arm all the way down and pull back. This is an exercise where you will get away with a heavier weight. You're using a lot of muscles there in your mid-back. Your bicep comes into play as well, which is usually quite a strong muscle on most people because we use it a lot every day. That's it. Okay, now let's switch around. Okay, just get into that split stance. 1 foot behind and 1 foot in front, using the chair as support and drawing that weight up towards your rib cage. So if you think about it, every day you're picking things up. So anytime you pick something up, you pick up a shopping bag or pick anything up off the floor, you're bringing your biceps into play there. It's just flexion of the elbow really. So it's quite overworked muscle compared to, like say, the triceps, the back of the arm. Good, and all the way down. We have some triceps coming today. I'm going to go down and wait for that one because sometimes I feel with upright tricep exercises, my elbow just feels a little bit weak in that position compared to lying on the floor. So for me, I'm going to go drop down my weight. I'll show you when we get to that one. Now I've got some dumbbell swings, one of my favorite exercises. Also love doing it with a kettlebell. So you're bringing the weight, you're sending those hips forward, pressing the weight into your heels. Don't lean back too far, so none of this. Okay, and snapping out those hips. Good, really feeling the glutes working. This is a hip extension exercise, so stick your bum out behind you. That's it. A bit like our Romanian deadlift or stiff leg deadlift. Shut the car door there with your bum. Good. Feeling the hamstrings. Great hip and glute work here. Good. Now the bell doesn't have to come too high. Don't worry about that. Just focus on your hips. Good. Reach. Good. Last few. One more maybe. Well done. Now here we go with that tricep extension. Okay, so I'm dropping down simply because I always find my elbow, sometimes I even support my arm here with the upright one arm tricep extension. You might be able to go heavier, but I sometimes get a twinge in my elbow with this exercise. So I always err on the side of caution, or I'll go down onto the floor. And I can actually do lift heavier weights lying flat on my back. Good. Reach up. And it doesn't help the fact that I was working my triceps yesterday, so they are feeling a bit sore. Good. Right up to the ceiling. Long arm up. That's it. Use your breath again now, like we spoke in the warm-up. We spoke about that in the warm-up. And finish out here. Well done. Now with the other side to do. So if you work one side of your body, always balance with the other. And if you find one side is weaker than the other, let's get ready to go. Support that arm if you need to, just to keep that elbow close to your body. Okay, you don't want your elbow wandering away. Push in, yeah. You give it a bit of assistance. But if you find one side is weaker than the other, you should always add in a few extra reps to that side. Let it catch up a little bit. Great. Long arm up to the ceiling. Now we haven't done a dumbbell snatch in a long time. At least I don't think I have. Don't feel like I have. So that's next. One side and then we'll focus on the other. Again, like a dumbbell swing, it's one of these exercises where you probably will get away with more weight. That's it. Good. Couple reps left. Maybe one more. Good. Well done. Okay, now let's go for the dumbbell snatch. So again, feet are a little bit wider than shoulder. And lift up. Watch anything above your head, any light fittings or that. One side. Now you notice the other hand is out for balance. Now you can bend your knees a little bit more if you want to recruit a little bit more the lower half. Good. Keep your head up, head up. That's it. So it's kind of like you're looking forward, but the hips go down. Knees track out over the shoes, just like when you're squatting. Shoelaces. That's it. Send your tailbone to the floor. Good. Out in front. Sorry, I forgot to mention for anyone who can't go above the head. Out in front. Here we go. Good. Reach up. That's it. Other side to do. Next. Okay, well done. All right, give that arm a little shake out. Okay, let's get ready now for the other side. That 10 seconds goes fast. All right, hand out there for balance. And up. Reach up, out in front for anybody with issues above the head. Good. Reach up. Good. Now your back should stay straight here, no rounding your back. Good. Chest does come down somewhat, but the back stays straight. Reach up. This is a great metabolic exercise, so it's more conditioning than strength. You get strength versus cardio, because I can feel my heart rate coming up with it. Good. Now I've got side lunges next. Both sides, then into our narrow squat. And then if you want to, lift the weight up over your head. That's optional. Good, and we're there. Right, one dumbbell. You can hold the ends of the dumbbell if you like. Just find what position works for you there. Side steps for anyone who doesn't want to lunge. Narrow squat and over the head. So just show you some side stepping here, just in case you have trouble with lunging. Good, little seat as well, if you have issues with squats as well. Side lunge, sit down and reach above your head. You can always put the weight down here, hold it, put a chair out in front of you. See if you can get your increase your range of movement with the side step into more of a lunge. That's an option as well. and reach. Good, nice stretch there for the torso. Good, sit down and reach. I'm not rushing this because I've got 2 rounds and I know I'll be more flexible round 2, particularly with this exercise. Good, and there we go. Now I'm going to keep this weight because we're doing a chest adduction and then straight into a bicep curl on the same, well, I say the same side, we're crossing over to the other side. Get a good stance here, about shoulder distance, abs engaged, across the body and then up for your bicep curl. Across the body and then up towards the opposite shoulder for your bicep curl. Good. This is a great exercise. So you're hitting the chest and the bicep all in one go. So a nice time-saving move. Feeling, the muscles are feeling fatigued quite early. But we'll power through. That's it, good. And up to the shoulder. Good, over and draw the weight up to the shoulder. And we'll finish out the bicep curl here. Well done. Okay, now let's get that dumbbell out of your hand. Give that grip strength a little bit of a breather. Take your time. Okay, let's get ready. Over and curl. Good. Over and curl. Well done. Over and curl. That's it. Curl it up. So full range of movement there for your bicep. So all the way up to that shoulder, taking your time and then just focusing in on the muscle contracting. Always finding, you know, that mind-muscle connection is very, very important. I really do think that we should all try and get in tune with our bodies and how they function. Great. Over and curl. Let's finish it here and get in that bicep curl for me. Okay, now here's our box squats. So just using one weight, and you can either go with the chair if you want or just do a squat yourself. One weight out in front, tap the chair and come up. And you can hold the weight out in goblet position if you prefer, and squeezing out those glutes. Sit and stand. Now this is the squat I will always get you to do if you ever have trouble squatting in any of the videos that I put out where squats are featured. This is for you. Stand up, because we all sit down, don't we, all day? I don't mean all day, but we do sit down during the day or some time of our lives. Good. Sit down. And if you find it hard to push yourself up out of a seated position, it's your hips need work, okay? That's it. And come up. Well done. All right, so now it's time for a little break. Just giving the wrists a little and the grip strength a rest. Okay. Right, well done. That was nice. I enjoyed that, those 12 strength exercises. I'm going to have a drink of water now. Rest out those hands and I will see you back here in a moment. Hello everybody, you're very welcome back. Now let's get going with round 2. Okay, 10 seconds to get into position. Chest presses first. So I'm going a little bit heavier today. This dumbbell is 3 kilograms, so that's about 7 pounds. Okay, so we're pushing out, coming back in. Okay, push out, come back in. Push the weight out, come back in. I want you to keep your back straight, so don't round your back or lean too far back. Drop down and weight if you feel like the weight is overwhelming your body. So keep going there. I keep forgetting this stopwatch today. It's been one of those days forgetting it. Out and in. Good. And in. Good. And back. Now you should feel some muscles working there in your upper back as well as you draw the weight back. Push away, because muscles work in pairs. They're reciprocal. If you're working your chest, they work with the back muscles, and the quads work with the hamstrings and so on in your body. Now we've got our single arm row. Okay, so let's get ready for that. Make sure you've got a good core engagement there. Draw the weight up lower back down. Elbow up, lower back down. And lower back down. Great. Nice and slow. I know it's very tempting to rush strength training. If you feel like you can throw the weights around and rush, you should probably try and up your weight a little bit. That's a sign that you've gained strength, and that is wonderful. That's a wonderful sign. Slowly down. Good. Draw that elbow back and slowly down. Elbow back and slowly down. Good. And drive up and slowly down. So usually what we're looking for really is the last few reps to be a little bit difficult. You want to still have good form. You can go if you don't want your 10-second rest. But you should have good form, but struggle. A little bit of a struggle coming out into the end of the exercise. Great. Now I'm getting a wonderful calf stretch here. I can really feel the calf muscle stretching there behind me. Relax that neck as always. And draw that weight up. Slowly lower down. Slowly lower down. Good. Now the dumbbell swing is next. How are you getting on with that one? I know it can be a little bit difficult to master, but just think it's all in the hips. You send your hips back behind you, like you're trying to bump a car door shut. Then you come up into a nice straight, like an upward plank. That's basically all the swing is. No need to overcomplicate it. Okay, right, so I'll just show you here in the rest time. Okay, so you're sending your hips back and then coming into an upright plank. Okay, so hips back behind you. Good. And you don't have to be bringing the kettlebell up really high either. Sorry, the dumbbell. You might be using a kettlebell, that's fine. Squeeze out those glutes. Good, this is working the abdominals as the rib cage comes down towards the legs. Good. Think about an upright plank now as you come up tall. That's it. Good. Press the weight into your feet. Well done. Use your breath. Good. We've got those one side tricep extensions coming next. Okay. So you choose what weight you'd like to use there. Okay, let's go with that one. Legs, a good stance here, about a little bit wider than shoulder distance. Again, I'm going to support the back of the arm. It's just how I'm feeling today with this one. You might be able to go heavier than me. Long arm to the ceiling. Ideally, you should be able to get your arms straight. It's usually the last few reps you might struggle. And the arm just doesn't want to bend straighten anymore. But hopefully for the first half of the minute or half of the 50 seconds or so, you should be able to get a straight arm. Reach up, supporting that arm there. You can actually feel your tricep working if you press your fingers in on the muscle. Reach to the ceiling, good. Other arm is next. Whoa. I actually can really feel that round 2, a lot more than round 1. Okay, let's get ready now. Tummy muscles are engaged. Support that arm so it doesn't wander away. That's it, good. And long arm to the ceiling. Reach up, good work. Are you feeling that muscle working there? Just put your fingertips placed on your tricep. Like I was saying there, that's very underused muscle, so it fatigues very quickly. Bicep is sort of overworked and the tricep is underworked. So we have muscle imbalance there straight away when you think about that. Dumbbell snatch coming next. Good. Reach up. Well done, we're just there now. Oh, really feeling fatigue now, settling in now, the last few reps there. Okay, now let's get going with our dumbbell snatch. All right, so the deeper you go, the more advanced this exercise is, or just a little bit more intense it is with those legs. Reach up, keep your head held high now. Good. And reach. And again, out in front here like this if you have trouble with going over your head. Good. Make sure you stop at your earlobe, long arm to the earlobe. Good. Don't go beyond there. We'll end up just leaning back too far. Reach. Good. Use that breath again, weight over that head. Good. There you go. Reach up. Good. Squeeze out those glutes. Getting some great glute work today. I'm very little or not much squatting, really only the last exercise, but we're getting those glutes worked. Well done. Okay, now heart rate's high on that one. Like I was saying, round one is quite metabolic. All right, let's get those legs in position. Tummy muscles are engaged. Reach. Good. Stop here, that's it. Control the weight as it comes down towards the floor. So it's a wonderful exercise of control. If you've gone with a heavier weight than 3 kilograms, which is 7 pounds, it gets tough to control the weight coming down as it moves through space. Don't let the weight overwhelm you. You're in charge of this exercise. Good. And reach. Well done. Feeling the legs working, the bum working, everything's working with this one. And reach. Well done. That was wonderful work. Staying with this one now for side lunges. Okay, so, I'm out of breath with those two. Okay, side lunge, narrow, reach up. Okay, now like I was saying, you can leave out the reaching up if you want to. Just adding that little bit extra to this move today. I always like to add on. Progression is important when you're training. That's it. So always sticking to the same move, the same kind of move. Your body will eventually get used to that and won't respond anymore. You'll still get a workout, but you won't get stronger. So it's good to add on. Always think about getting stronger when you are training and reach up. Okay, well done. I'm just going to do another side lunge to even that one out. All right, now we've got our chest adduction across the midline into bicep curl. Join me when you're ready. I snuck in an extra rep there. Across and up. Cross and up. Good. Over the other side, using this hand here to help counterbalance the body. There's a good deal of force being brought in here, but you shouldn't be swinging. Never swing. If you're swinging a weight, particularly with bicep curls, you see that all the time with people if you go to a gym, swinging heavy weights everywhere. You should be completely in control of that weight. So all you need to do is just drop down a few pounds. Get used to that and then go up rather than trying to lift too much weight. And across and lift. Good. Well done. Well done. Now if you want a little bit more work time, you don't have to wait for the beeper. You can come on in. If you need rest, you take what you need. And across and up. Good. And across. Good. Over we go. And lift. Feeling that bicep. And it starts to fatigue very quickly. Good. And across. And lift. Well done. Over we go. Up to the elbow. Try and get that full range of movement that we need to strengthen those muscles. Good. And lift. Keep going. Come on. You're doing great. Well done. That was brilliant. Okay. Now, right. Let's do our box squats to finish out today's workout. Or do them yourself if you feel you don't need a chair as assistance. Sit down, and you can hold it out and goblet. That's perfect. Sit down and up. Good. Now I like to give my glutes a little squeeze as I stand tall. That's it, good. And up nice and tall. And this, I like the box squat. It just brings that awareness in of how straight your spine is. So you're not slouching back down into the chair. You're just tapping it out and you're standing tall. Tap it out and stand tall. Good. And lift up. Well done. So like I was saying in round 1, if you find standing up out of a chair or a couch, well done there, difficult, it's time to do a little bit of work for those hips. And you made it through. Well done. Good work. You'll see a lot of people, particularly elderly people, and if they sit down, they might need assistance getting out of the chair. They might need someone to even pull them up out of the chair. That's just a sign that they've lost strength in around their hips. Glutes have probably gone a little bit sleepy over the years as well, from maybe when they've given up work or they're not as mobile anymore. The more sitting you do on those glutes, the more we lose that neuromuscular connection to these muscles, and they literally don't know how to work anymore. It's like going back to being a baby. You have to teach yourself to literally learn how to walk again. So it's the same thing with your muscles. If you don't use them, you really do lose them. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really enjoyed that, really feeling that upper half worked. Don't forget now to cool down. It's important to stretch out these muscles. So I'll link up my cool down for you. You'll find it in the description box below the video. There's absolutely no searching. You'll just see the link, press the link, and it'll bring you straight to the cool down playlist. And you just pick one and get your cool downs in. It's so important. All right, also hydrating. I know the months are colder now. We probably have our central heating on. That dries out the skin really, it's not good for our skin. You can really feel how dry your skin becomes in these months of the year. So make sure you do actually get your water in throughout the day. Thanks for joining me today. You did a wonderful job, and I'll see you in the next video.